Hey friends, this is MR Smart Kids Education. Today, we are going to learn about postage stamps of India from 1961 to 1970. Let's start. Tyagaraja. Stamps issued on January 6, 1961. 50th anniversary of first official airmail flight, set of 3 stamps. Issued on February 18, 1961. Chhatrapati Shivaji. Stamps issued on April 17, 1961. Motilal Nehru Birth Centenary. Stamps issued on May 6, 1961. Rabindranath Tagore Birth Centenary. Stamps issued on May 7, 1961. Silver Jubilee of All India Radio. Stamps issued on June 8, 1961. Silver Jubilee of All India Radio. Stamps issued on June 8, 1961. Vishnu Narayan Backhand Birth Centenary. Stamps issued on September 1, 1961. National Children's Day and Indian Industries Fair, New Delhi. Stamps issued on November 14, 1961. Centenary of Scientific Forestry. Stamps issued on November 21, 1961. Centenary of Archaeological Survey of India, set of 2 stamps. Issued on December 14, 1961. Birth Centenary of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. Stamps issued on December 25, 1961. Inauguration of Guwahati Oil Refinery. Stamps issued on January 1, 1962. Birth Centenary of Madam Bikaiji Kama. Stamps issued on January 26, 1962. Inauguration of Panchayati Raj in Rural Administration. Stamps issued on January 26, 1962. Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Stamps issued on March 4, 1962. Ganesh Shankar Vidyarthi. Stamps issued on March 25, 1962. The World United Against Malaria Eradication. Stamps issued on April 7, 1962. Retirement of President Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Stamps issued on May 13, 1962. Calcutta High Court. Stamps issued on July 1, 1962. High Court of Judicature Madras. Stamps issued on August 6, 1962. High Court of Bombay. Stamps issued on August 14, 1962. Birth Centenary of Ramabai Ranade. Stamps issued on August 15, 1962. Rhino Wildlife Week. Stamps issued on October 1, 1962. National Children's Day. Stamps issued on November 14, 1962. 19th International Congress of Ophthalmology, New Delhi. Stamps issued on December 3, 1962. 75th Birth Anniversary of Srimavasa Ramanujan. Stamps issued on December 22, 1962. Birth Centenary of Swami Vivekananda. Stamps issued on January 17, 1963. Kalidasa Overprint Provisional Issue. Stamps issued on February 2, 1963. Freedom from Hunger. Stamps issued on March 21, 1963. Red Cross Centenary. Stamps issued on May 8, 1963. Defense Campaign. Set of 2 stamps. Issued on August 15, 1963. Dr. Dadaboy Naoroji. Stamps issued on September 4, 1963. Dr. Annie Besant. Stamps issued on October 1, 1963. Wildlife Preservation. Set of 5 stamps. Issued on October 7, 1963. National Children's Day. Stamps issued on November 14, 1963. 15th Anniversary of Declaration of Human Rights. Stamps issued on December 10, 1963. 26th International Orientalists Congress, New Delhi. Stamps issued on January 4, 1964. Akalamani Pandit Gopabandhu Das. Stamps issued on January 4, 1964. 400th death anniversary of Purandaradasa. Stamps issued on January 14, 1964. 67th birth anniversary of Subhas Chandra Bose. Set of 2 stamps. Issued on January 23, 1964. 85th birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu. Stamps issued on February 13, 1964. 20th death anniversary of Kasturba Gandhi. Stamps issued on February 22, 1964. Dr. Waldemar Mordecai Wolf Hafkind. Stamps issued on March 16, 1964. Nehru Morning Issue. Stamps issued on June 12, 1964. Birth Centenary of Surasutosh Mukherjee. Stamp issued on June 29, 1964. 92nd birth anniversary of Sri Aurobindo. Stamp issued on August 15, 1964. Raja Ramohun Roy. Stamp issued on September 27, 1964. 6th General Assembly of International Organization for Standardization (I). Stamp issued on November 9, 1964. National Children's Day. Stamp issued on November 14, 1964. St. Thomas. Stamp issued on December 2, 1964. 22nd International Geological Congress, New Delhi. Stamp issued on December 14, 1964. Jamsetji Nusarwanji Tata. Stamp issued on January 7, 1965. Birth Centenary of Lala Lajpat Rai. Stamp issued on January 28, 1965. 20th International Chamber of Commerce Congress, New Delhi. Stamp issued on February 8, 1965. National Maritime Day. Stamp issued on April 5, 1965. Death Centenary of Abraham Lincoln. Stamp issued on April 15, 1965. Centenary of International Telecommunication Union. Stamp issued on May 17, 1965. First anniversary of Nehru's death. Stamp issued on May 27, 1965. International Cooperation Year. Stamp issued on June 26, 1965. Indian Mount Everest Expedition. Stamp issued on August 15, 1965. Pundit Govind Vallabh Pant. Stamp issued on September 10, 1965. 90th birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Stamp issued on October 31, 1965. 95th birth anniversary of Deshbandhu Chittaranjan Das. Stamp issued on November 5, 1965. Vidyapati Thakur. Stamp issued on November 17, 1965. 15th Pacific Area Travel Association Conference, New Delhi. Stamp issued on January 24, 1966. Valor of Indian Armed Forces in 1965 War. Stamp issued on January 26, 1966. Lal Bahadur Shastri Morning Issue. Stamp issued on January 26, 1966. Kambar. Stamp issued on April 5, 1966. 75th birth anniversary of Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. Stamp issued on April 14, 1966. Babu Kunwar Singh. Stamp issued on April 23, 1966. Birth Centenary of Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Stamp issued on May 9, 1966. Acharya Mahavir Prasad Dwivedi. Stamp issued on May 15, 1966. Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Stamp issued on June 28, 1966. Dr. Homi Jahangir Babha. Stamp issued on August 4, 1966. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad. Stamp issued on November 11, 1966. 60th death anniversary of Swami Ramatirtha. Stamp issued on November 11, 1966. National Children's Day. Stamp issued on November 14, 1966. Centenary of Allahabad High Court. Stamp issued on November 25, 1966. Family Planning Week. Stamp issued on December 12, 1966. India's hockey victory in 5th Asian Games, Bangkok. Stamp issued on December 31, 1966. First death anniversary of Lal Bahadur Shastri. Stamp issued on January 11, 1967. 4th Indian general election. Stamp issued on January 13, 1967. 300th birth anniversary of Guru Gobind Singh. Stamp issued on January 17, 1967. International Tourist Year. Stamp issued on March 19, 1967. First death anniversary of Acharya Nandalal Bose. Stamp issued on April 16, 1967. Survey of India Bicentenary. Stamp issued on May 1, 1967. 800th death anniversary of Basaveswara. Stamp issued on May 11, 1967. Narsinya Mehta. Stamp issued on May 30, 1967. Maharana Pratap. Stamp issued on June 11, 1967. Narayana Guru. Stamp issued on August 21, 1967. Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Stamp issued on September 5, 1967. 25th anniversary of Quit India Movement. Stamp issued on October 1, 1967. Centenary of Indo-European Telegraph Service. Stamp issued on November 9, 1967. World Wrestling Championships, New Delhi. Stamp issued on November 12, 1967. 4th anniversary of statehood of Nagaland. Stamp issued on December 12, 1967. Rash Bahari Basu. Stamp issued on December 26, 1967. Diamond Jubilee of Scout Movement in India. Stamp issued on December 27, 1967. International Year for Human Rights. Stamp issued on January 1, 1968. Second International Conference Seminar of Tamil Studies, Madras. Stamp issued on January 3, 1968. Second United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. Stamp issued on February 1, 1968. Amrita Bazar Patrika Centenary. Stamp issued on February 20, 1968. Birth Centenary of Maxim Gorky. Stamp issued on March 28, 1968. First Triennial, New Delhi. Stamp issued on March 31, 1968. Opening of 1 lakh post office at Brampur, Chaurasta, Bihar. Stamp issued on July 1, 1968. Wheat Revolution. Stamp issued on July 17, 1968. 30th death anniversary of Gaganendranath Tagore. Stamp issued on September 17, 1968. Birth centenary of Lakshminath Bezbarua. Stamp issued on October 5, 1968. 19th Olympic Games, Mexico City. Set of 2 stamps. Issued on October 12, 1968. 61st birth anniversary of Bhagat Singh. Stamp issued on October 19, 1968. 25th anniversary of Azad Hind Government. Stamp issued on October 21, 1968. Birth centenary of Sister Nivedita. Stamp issued on October 27, 1968. Birth centenary of Madame Marie Curie. Stamp issued on November 6, 1968. 21st International Geographical Congress, New Delhi. Stamp issued on December 1, 1968. 400th anniversary of Cochin Synagogue. Stamp issued on December 15, 1968. INS Nilgiri. Stamp issued on December 15, 1968. Indian Birds Series, set of 4 stamps. Issued on December 31, 1968. 130th birth anniversary of Bankim Chandra Chatterjee. Stamp issued on January 1, 1969. Birth centenary of Dr. Bhagwan Das. Stamp issued on January 12, 1969. Dr. Martin Luther King. Stamp issued on January 25, 1969. Death anniversary of Mirza Khalid. Stamp issued on February 17, 1969. 50th anniversary of Osmania University. Stamp issued on March 15, 1969. 20th anniversary of All Up Airmail Scheme. Stamp issued on April 1, 1969. 50th anniversary of International Labour Organization. Stamp issued on April 11, 1969. 50th anniversary of Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, Amritsar. Stamp issued on April 13, 1969. Kasanaduni Nageshwar Rao Panchalu. Stamp issued on May 1, 1969. Ardasir Kursaji Wadia. Stamp issued on May 27, 1969. 150th anniversary of Serampore College, West Bengal. Stamp issued on June 7, 1969. Dr. Zakir Hussain. Stamp issued on June 11, 1969. Birth centenary of Lakshmanrao Kirloskar. Stamp issued on June 20, 1969. Birth centenary of Mahatma Gandhi. Set of 4 stamps. Issued on October 2, 1969. 10th anniversary of Intergovernmental Maritime Consultative Organization. Stamps issued on October 14, 1969. 57th Interparliamentary Conference, New Delhi. Stamps issued on October 30, 1969. First Man on the Moon. Stamps issued on November 19, 1969. 500th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak Dev. Stamps issued on November 23, 1969. International Union for the Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources Conference, New Delhi. Stamps issued on November 24, 1969. 90th birth anniversary of Sadhu Vaswani. Stamps issued on November 25, 1969. Birth centenary of Thakur Bappa. Stamps issued on November 29, 1969. 12th Plenary Assembly of International Radio Consultative Committee, CCIR. Stamps issued on January 21, 1970. First death anniversary of C.N. Annaduri. Stamps issued on February 3, 1970. 75th death anniversary of Munshi Newal Kishore. Stamps issued on February 19, 1970. Centenary of Nalanda College. Stamps issued on March 27, 1970. Swami Shraddhanand. Stamps issued on March 30, 1970. Birth centenary of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Stamps issued on April 22, 1970. New Universal Postal Union Headquarters Building, Bern. Stamps issued on May 20, 1970. 425th death anniversary of Sher Shah Suri. Stamps issued on May 22, 1970. Vinayak Damodar Savrakar. Stamps issued on May 28, 1970. 25th anniversary of United Nations Organization. Stamps issued on June 26, 1970. Asian Productivity Year. Stamps issued on August 18, 1970. International Education Year, Birth Centenary of Dr. Maria Montessori. Stamps issued on August 31, 1970. Jatindra Nath Mukherjee, Bugga Jutton. Stamps issued on September 9, 1970. Balangaman Sankarnarayana Srimavasa Sastri. Stamps issued on September 22, 1970. 150th birth anniversary of Iswar Chandra Vijayasagar. Stamps issued on September 26, 1970. Maharshi Valmiki, author of epic Ramayana. Stamps issued on October 14, 1970. Centenary of Calcutta Port Commissioner. Stamps issued on October 17, 1970. 50th anniversary of Jamia Millia Islamia University, Delhi. Stamps issued on October 29, 1970. Jamnalal Bajaj. Stamps issued on November 4, 1970. 50th anniversary of Indian Red Cross Society. Stamps issued on November 5, 1970. 700th birth anniversary of Sant Nandau. Stamps issued on November 9, 1970. Birth bicentenary of Ludwig van Beethoven. Stamps issued on December 16, 1970. Children examining stamp on Gandhi. Stamp issued on December 23, 1970. Hands holding magnifier, 1969 stamp. Stamp issued on December 30, 1970. Diamond Jubilee of Girl Guides Movement in India. Stamp issued on December 27, 1970.